Welcome to 7 Coding Academy. Welcome to Code 7. We are still on our Flexbox. This time around, we want to move on to Flex Shrink. When we say Flex Shrink, what are we talking about? So let's try and cancel all that we've done before now, which is the Flex Grow. You remember you can also add Flex Grow, Flex Shrink, and Flex Basis together. I'll show you a sample to show it. And also show you that the sample is Flex, okay? So let's talk about Flex Shrink today. So we still have the same space that we had before now. Flex Shrink show you the minimum value or the minimum reduction that an element can have. Okay, how an element can actually shrink, the minimum that an element can shrink. Okay, and it also has as a its default to be 1. Okay, so Flex Shrink dictates the shrink factor of the flex item when the default size of the flex item is larger than the flex container. Okay, remember it should also be relative to other items in that container and has a default value of 1. So let's assume that this container, this item might be a little bit bigger than the container. So you want them to shrink. So the amount that they can shrink, the level they can shrink to, the minimum they can shrink to, that is Flex Shrink. Okay. So let's say for instance, I want to come to number 2. We always like to work with 2. Let me remove the order I gave him before now and save it. Let's say for these 2, I want it to shrink by 4. Okay. Flex Shrink, sorry. Flex Shrink. Flex Shrink to shrink by 4. Control S for save. Now note what will happen to these 2 as we try to reduce this size. Try to reduce it, try to reduce it. You see that the tool will be shrinking. Okay, it shrinks sometimes because it's shrinking by 4. It has to shrink more faster than others in that same element. Okay, and once you get to where you cannot get again, that's where you can stop. That's the minimum, the limit it can go. Okay, now let me try to clear some of these things so we can see it much better. In case you didn't see it well, let me just clear some of this. Just remove some of this. Okay, Control S for save and save it. So this is the Flex Shrink. Let's say we want that number 2. Let's just shrink it a little. I mean, Flex Shrink should shrink by like, let's say 6. Control S for save. Now I want to start reducing it. So for that, if we keep on shrinking, okay, it shrink faster than every other. You can also shrink the whole of this. Okay, you can make them by also coming to the normal dot flex and shrink them by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, by any number. So the limit that the shrinking can go, by the time it shrink up to that limit where it stop, that is where the limit it can go. And once it get there, it can no longer shrink. So shrink has to do with reduction in size. Okay, that is Flex Shrink. And why the Flex Grow make it to grow, Flex Shrink make it to shrink. Do you get it? So depending on what you want to do, that is what you choose to do. So thank you for listening. See you in our next class. Thank you.